Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Timberborn. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day. And in this one, we are getting places. Look at this. So our trees are 75% grown, almost 74. So we're getting there. We're gonna get ready to cut those guys down. We have a third adventure that we put in betwixt episodes just to kind of speed things along, but we're having a little bit of an issue. So I've been watching this carrot count here, and it's getting low, and it's not replenishing very well. So what that means is we're gonna need to put in some more carrots, I think. So do some crops, do some carrot action, and you know what? We could try instead? We could try some potatoes. So we could try some potatoes. Let's do that. We'll do a couple rows of potatoes, and I think this guy can handle all of these. We'll see. And we want to have this planting. Yep. Okay, we're good there. And I'm just gonna kind of see how good we do there. So okay, we're at 110. It's okay. We're doing all right. We do have 150 science points. That's pretty great. So we can go ahead and we could check out some landscaping things. So I don't know if we should be able to get to it a little bit in this episode. Is we're gonna start building up the river like I mentioned in the last episode. So we're gonna do 120 here, science points, boom, and there we go. So the river, the levees are going to block the water, remember. So that means we're going to raise the water level of our little river that comes in here. So we have a dam on this end. And we just kind of flow all the way down here. So we're going to start with, I think we might as well, what are these costing me? 12 at a time. So maybe not quite yet. We'll hold off until we get our pines 100% ready. They are only at 80%. So I'll be right back. All right, so you can see that we have some trees that are grown over here. You know what I should have done is that about halfway through, we should have placed some more like down over in here and just had a bunch ready at the same time, but I didn't do that. So I think while we have the pines ready to roll here, I'm going to put in some maples. These are a little bit better than pines as far as the output. So you get 8 logs and take 24 days to grow. So that's twice as many days to grow, but you get 4 times the logs. So we're going to put a couple maples in here. We'll probably do a small little patch, like about, let's go about yay big, because this guy's going to be able to reach all of that stuff. So we'll do a pine tree line back here, and this will grow a little bit quicker than the maple, of course, but that'll work like so. And there we go. We're just rolling along now, and I think we're going to start building up our wall. So now that we have some of this stuff coming in, we're going to have to do it really slowly and methodically because we don't have a ton of wood yet, but we're doing pretty good with it coming in. We do have 217 science points now, so we could take a peek at some other fun stuff to get. One thing that I do kind of like to get is the temple. It's kind of cool. It looks really cool, the artwork. Let's see if we can do it. Can't show you yet, but that's 300 science points. We're almost there. And it's another little buff for the beavers. So if we could click on a beaver here, we could see what the spirituality does. If we can get it, the temple is going to give me working speed 30%. So I like that. That's pretty good. So maybe we'll hold off. We'll get our 300 science points, but that also takes 40 planks. That's a lot. And yeah, man, we'll see what we do. But look at this. So our carrots are still only at 100. That's food. I said carrots, but that's food. But you can see that these guys are almost ready. These are our spuds at 80%. So what we could do is also build a little grill. And we'll do that, and we could put this guy, oh, this will fit real nicely, like right in here. Is that too far away from storage? Nah, it'll work. It'll work. So what we could do also, since I like the verticality, right? We could like put a bunch of food stores back here. Oh, it would be cool, like bridge across. I'm gonna try that out. We'll do one like that, and this is gonna be for our potatoes. So we're going to snake our road along this way, like so. This might have to be tweaked ever so slightly when we get to the verticality point, but for now, that's what it's gonna be. So what I'm thinking of it for here is, this is gonna only be potatoes, right? So we have our workers from our district that are gonna have to move that stuff around. So our farmers will get the potatoes, they're gonna bring them to the storage house, which is gonna be this one. Then the workers or whoever will come and bring that stuff to the grill. The potatoes will be cooked, they'll be ready to roll like that. That's my plan for that. 280 science points, doing well. We had our first guy die of old age, so a founder has left us, so rip that guy. And let's see, what else can we do here? We got, oh, double platforms are cool. suspension bridges. Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like this is gonna be fun, I think, building up our little town here. Oh, and if you see anything that I'm missing, please let me know and we can build this great city together. We're pretty good at doing that by now. All right, we're making moves. I want to show you this trick that I learned. So we have all these little stumps, right? Super annoying. You can leave them in there, or you can do this. Mark resources for demolition and mark all these like this. And then the beavers will come over and they'll cut them down and then they have to do all that stuff. Or if you grab your paths and structures, grab your path. So paths are free and they're instant, right? So you can do this. And then you can go to this and delete. And say yes. And there you go. All your little stumps are gone. So that's a quick and easy way and free way to get rid of the stumps. So that's great. Now, so I mentioned us getting our little wall thing started. So I'm going to have to use my trick and we're going to have to get rid of some of these walls. I lied. This isn't my trick. One of my favorite YouTubers is Slipgator, and he showed me that. So that's where I got that from. That's not my trick. We'll give credit where credit is due. So we'll delete that. There we go. And now we will go ahead and we'll do landscaping and we'll say dam. And no, we won't say dam. We're going to say levees. I made that mistake before. If you do that, it's going to leak everywhere. So I'm going to start over here and let's take advantage of as much of the space as possible, I think. There's no point really in going... there's no point in really going all the way over here either, is there? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up, and we're gonna go up, and we're gonna go up, like so, and we're gonna come up this way, and we'll just repeat this process for a little bit here. Now, we do want to be able to run on top of this. So how are we gonna do that? Well, we do paths, we do stairway, and we do one of these, like so, and then we run a path like that. So now, I'm gonna also do this. Oh, I missed one. So now when our little beavers get to it, they can, misclicking, here we go, levee, remember, not dam. They can run across the top here and get this stuff built, and the pathway also helps that happen, like so. Look at that, super slick, super easy. And now we'll be able to run on top of this guy. So these are kind of expensive. So this guy's going to take planks. Remember, we're going to take 4. We have 13. We're doing all right. And then each of these levee pieces is going to be 12. So that's a lot. So this is going to take a minute for this to get done, this whole wall that we do. And then we're going to slowly replace the dam with the levee. And then we'll have our raised water level. It's going to be sweet. So let's try a little trick over here with these bloobs. I don't think that'll work. Nope, it doesn't work. So we're going to have to go with demolish and get rid of resources. And we're going to have to get rid of a good hunk of these guys in here like this. We're still going to leave some along up in here because we're going to need them, I think. We're doing fantastic on food now, by the way. Look at that. 337 up from like 90. So if we click on one of our beavers, we should have grilled potatoes buff. There it is. So strength plus 30. And then we have life expectancy plus 30. So now if we get bread, we get carrying speed. So that's great. So that bread is going to require wheat, and we're not quite there yet. We could do it, but look at that. We already got one of the blocks done. Why they decided to pick that one first is beyond me, but that's what they did. You can see them carrying the logs across. That's cool. Something we could do, is do this. So something to help get our beaver guys over to this side a little bit easier is we could build a bridge across, but maybe we don't need to do that yet. We'll do this instead. No, let's just let them build this side. Once this is done, then we'll start to work on this side and we'll kind of build this wall up. And then I'm trying to decide how we're going to do this. So we could like totally wall this off pretty much and build like a lake up in here. Because that's the only way that I can think of to get this all green in here. Not that we have to get it all green, but I just think it would be nice, right? Why not? I'm definitely going to do a wall along this outside, I think. And we might as well try and get as much of it as green as we can. It'd be cool if we could just expand the river to just run up like in here too. I think anyways. So we'll work on that. I'm not sure if there is a point to having the river just like continuously be getting higher and higher. I guess not really in our case, right? Because it should color all of this green. But if you had like, if you were down here building, and you like here, and you're trying to build it up, then you would have to go raise the river higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But I don't think we have to do that. So we're going to be moving downward. And I did see in water here, there is a water dump. So if we made a pond, like we're talking about over here, we could dump water down and fill up other areas, which could be really cool to be able to do, make our own little waterfall. So that's something to think about. We could do. So we have 0 unemployed beavers. We got 15 living ones right now, and I think we have enough food where we can expand our housing. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. We'll get another beaver house. Oh, gotta use a mirrored one right there, and that's going to be built in just a moment. It is nighttime, so they're off duty. All right, we got a nice horde of science points there. So there's a couple things I want to get. We have, where is it, labor here. So builder's hut, distribution post, and drop-off point, and hauling post. So haulers are the guys that are moving the goods to the builders from like the warehouses or whatever, and then the builder's hut are like hiring more builders. So I think we don't really have a whole lot of extra beavers at this point. We have the one, but I want to do the builder's hut. I think the builder's hut could help hasten our wall progress, so I think this might be a good call. We'll do one of those guys, and then one of these hauler things here. We do have 2 open spaces, so maybe we'll pause that. Maybe we won't do that one yet. All right, and so that's getting started. So this thing is kind of not working very well. So I have it emptying storage, and it has berries in there, but there's really nowhere to empty the berries to, and I think that's the problem. So I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna put another a berry warehouse on this side, and we'll do it that way. And then I think we could even start to go upwards like that. We'll do there. So that's going to also require plank. So what do we got for plank demand here? So we need 10 there, and this is going to take 4. Yeah, so our planks are too high now. This is going to take 4 as well. So these wooden stairs, I want these to be priority. So we are going to need to turn this guy back on to be operational. And I think I'm going to shift the gatherer guy from here, and we'll do this. So we'll turn this guy back on, and we're going to need some power for that, buddy. So we're going to turn this on, and then we're going to turn this off. There we go. Get us a handful more planks. Now we might be able to just leave that going for a minute, because we do have some trees that are ready to go, I think, here. Yeah, we got a couple. So this side 35%, and this side is 85%. So yeah, they're moving down this farm patch area here. So that's doing great. So there we go. We got our stairs done over here. That's excellent. That's what I wanted. And we're still waiting on this house to be built over here. It's kind of slow because I'm not really sure why, actually. Maybe because the priority's not. That's why. Priority's not high, so they're building this stuff first and worrying about that at the end. So I think that the order in which you place things is the order in which they get built. So that's kind of the dealio, I believe. So that's what's going on with that. It looks like these guys can reach this all the way down here. That's pretty cool. It surprises me a little bit. There we go. We're getting there, almost to the side. If we get this builder's hut done, then we can shift more. It would go quicker. Let's do this. We'll put the housing as priority. We'll get the housing built, and then we can get the builder's hut built, and then we can have more builders for around town. And we're going to be shifting people back and forth from there. You know, it's not going to be like a 100% thing where we're always going to have builders here, because we're not going to always be building stuff. So it's going to be how it goes. Just a lot of flip-flopping. The temple is something else that I want to do. I did mention that, and I can't remember what episode it was, but we could be able to do that pretty soon here. So yeah, 300, and we got 800. Let's absolutely do the temple. It's super cool. It's going to slow us down a little bit for our wall, but that's all right. So yeah, look at how cool this thing is. It's just the artwork, amazing. Amazing. So I think it might be cool to put this guy like over in here. So I'm like envisioning this really complicated and complex living complex where like we're incorporating this temple into it. I don't even know if that's going to be a thing, if it could even be a thing, but I'm going to put this right here. So I'm thinking like we could do like elevated platforms around this, and like I don't know. But we'll play with it. We'll see if we can get it figured out. So this would probably be like 3 high to do that, but check it out. Our temple got built. Super cool, super amazing. And our well also got built over here. It's great. So I started to work our way around this way with our level 8 beavers. Oh yeah. With our other levee wall. Because I was thinking about running it this way along this line, outside line, and then kind of coming in here and like making a big bowl. But I didn't really like that idea. Once I had it laid in here and then I took it out. I think it's gonna look poor if we do that. And then I was looking in water, and there is a thing called Irrigation Towers, which only takes 200 points. It's not crazy. That I'm not really sure how it works. I don't know if the beavers have to run water to it, fill it up, how that is. I'm not sure. It's something that we could maybe play with in a later episode. I think this is gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. We got our wall up, we got a bunch of other things done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Timberborn.